Good Morning Texas Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
While you might think that interest rates are important, they're an important component to buying a home. There are actually other factors to consider very carefully. Joining me this morning, this is mortgage expert. We're talking to Rodney Anderson to talk to us more about it. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Well, I'm usually not with you today, so I'm happy to be with you. We have some good information for everybody.
Well, and everybody's worried about the Federal Reserve today. They're going to make an announcement. They're going to raise interest rates, but this has already been priced into the market. So it doesn't really matter what interest rates do because small changes don't have big effects on your payment. For example, a $200,000 mortgage, if your interest rate went up about 0.5%, that's about $57 a month, and that $57 is normally tax deductible, so it's not as big as you think.
Okay, so it's not as important as we think. We have to make that very clear right now. So then what is important?
Well, here's what happens. No matter if interest rates are 3.5%, 4.5%, or when I graduated from high school, 14.625%, if you don't have a job, if you don't have job stability and job security, you can't make that payment. So one of the most important factors is your job and the job security.
Okay, also something we need to remember and consider is making sure we have the down payment.
Yeah, I mean, here's what happens. A lot of people think that you have to automatically have 20% down to buy a house. You don't, okay? Here's what happens. There are options that are available. If you're a military veteran, you can buy a house with no money down as far as a down payment. FHA loans are 3.5% down. Many loans are 5% down. Now, when do you have to have 20% down? Normally when you get up to the $800,000, the $1 million homes or greater, then you would have to have a 20% down. But know what monies you're going to need up front before you go out and make that plunge and buy a home.
All right, good to know. So consider the value of the home first. Also, is it a good idea to stay in the house, in the home long term if that's something you're going to be buying?
Well, here's what people need to know. In the old days, in order to make money in real estate, you normally needed to stay in your house 5 to 7 years. Home values in the DFW Metroplex and around the state of Texas have actually exploded. So normally people are making money within about a 3-year period of time. They're making money in the first year, but then you have real estate fees and other fees to sell the properties. So I tell people, make sure that you're going to be in there for at least 3 years, and then you will make money. And right now, I am predicting a big 2017 purchase market, so that's going to be really important.
All good stuff. I'm so enlightened every time you come on. Of course, I don't have a home yet, Rodney, you know that, but whenever I do decide to go down that path, I'm going to be set with all of your tips. But, I know it can be very, very stressful whenever you decide to finally get your own home. So do you have any advice for someone who has never owned a home before, like myself?
Yeah, I mean, here's what you need to do. Be financially and emotionally in line.
Okay.
Basically, be patient with it and know where you stand. It is important in order to get a home loan that you have good credit, you have good jobs, you have money in the bank in case you can't make a payment for a month, you lose your job. So it's really important. And here's what I want to tell everybody. Interest rates are still fantastic. Everybody's getting in a hoopla that rates are going up. Man, if you ask anybody that's in their 40s, their 50s, or their 60s, they probably paid anywhere from 6.5 to 8.5 to 10.75 on a mortgage. So when you're seeing interest rates move higher, don't freak out because the stock market is doing very well right now. Stock market's up about 10% in the last month. And overall, the healthy housing market, DFW sales last month were up 26% over last November. Healthy housing market, great jobs. I look for 2017 to be a great year, but get pre-approved up front. Do not go out and find a house. And if you're thinking about refinancing, get locked in before rates even go higher.
Oh, Ronnie, so much information. Also so good. Thank you so much. We're wrapping up 2016. Looking forward to 2017. You heard it from Ronnie, okay? Here's what you need to do. Give Ronnie a call. If maybe you have some more questions, it's 1-800-EXPRESS or go to RonnieAnderson.com for more.